Welcome back to Auto Legends. Today we're on early look duty with something that breaks the template for what a Toyota utility can be. This is the 2026 Toyota HikeCruze 6X6, a factory-engineered triple-axle adventure utility that moves Toyota's reputation for functional reliability into the territory normally occupied by boutique expedition rigs. It is not a rendered concept anymore. This is a near-series body mule with production-correct sheet metal and the full six-wheel drivetrain. Even at a standstill, the exterior reads like an engineering ultimatum. The proportions are long deck, tall sill, and brutally squared. Toyota did not attempt to visually hide the extra axle. Instead, they embraced the stretch with a slab-sided box that reads almost like a railcar with fenders. The roofline is dead straight with minimal crown, giving maximum overhead volume for eventual rack or tent systems. The face is a single plane grille and lamp panel with horizontal DRL elements that carry into a brow across the fenders. There are no chrome gestures, no jewelry. The visual message is utility first, air knife clean surfaces second. Beneath, approach and departure breakover surfacing is severe and geometric. You see metal and volume exactly where you expect load paths and torsional stiffness to live. Along the flanks, the body crease is high, keeping the doors visually light and leaving a massive slab of rocker armor. The rear third is where the 6.6 identity becomes architectural. The second drive axle lives under a deep boxed bed with tie-down rails proud of the sheet metal, clearly intended for brutal field use. The tail is a full-height panel with split lighting that wraps around the box so you keep visibility when the rear is buried under cargo. Nothing looks decorative. Everything looks load-rated. Slip briefly inside, and the interior feels like Toyota deliberately split the difference between commercial resilience and modern EV-era cleanliness. The materials are matte, textured, and non-porous where hands, boots, and mud will touch, yet there is a clean transverse display strip that runs instrument cluster into central domain. The driving position is tall and commanding with upright glass. The second row is upright and honest. This cabin is not pretending to be a lounge. It is an instrument to get work and distance done without the ergonomic abuse typical of heavy utility. Performance is where the HikeCruze 6X6 becomes a thesis instead of a novelty. Toyota is pairing a turbo hybrid combustion primary with an e-drive assist to the rear axles, using the electric portion not as a fuel economy party trick, but as traction authority. On paper, combined system output is in the mid-500 horse range with torque, in a territory that matters more than the number. It is available low and continuously modulated by software. The rear tandem axle arrangement is not passive. Torque vectoring across the rear triad means the truck can drive on surfaces where a traditional solid axle 4x4 is already diagonal hung and spinning. The chassis is boxed with cross bracing, tuned for towing and payload, not just articulation. Toyota claims payload in a league with 1-ton singles while preserving unladen ride. Quality by using adaptive damping and the electric rear to smooth the initial hit of bumps that would normally shake a ladder frame. The net effect on road is that it does not wander or hunt lanes the way some stretched 6x6 builds do. Steering remains exact and the truck does not feel like it is dragging a trailer behind itself. Off-road, the decisive advantage is footprint and torque. With 6 contact patches and fine torque metering, the HikeCruze can crawl deliberately on surfaces where wheel spin is normally inevitable. Fuel and energy strategy is pragmatic rather than glamorous. The hybrid system is tuned to cut idle loading and deliver torque, where diesel turbos typically feel a sleep-off boost. That means you get the low-speed work traits people buy diesels for without the soot and after-treatment complexity. Range is built on tank capacity and consumption discipline, not fantasy aero. Efficiency is not headline grade. Repeatable mission range is. What matters is that this thing is finally a factory-validated answer to the custom 6A6 craze. Engineered, warrantable, and predictable instead of welded art. This is Toyota building a tool that is extreme without theatrics. That alone makes the 2026 HikeCruze 6X6 one of the most interesting hard-use vehicles of the coming model year.